Rise up, Renee. The journey's calling your name.
Hey crows, today is day 163 and I have been playing with this new tool called StreamYard that Peter himself introduced me to. Let me pull up Peter on my screen. You guys check out these really cool features. So Peter introduced me to StreamYard and I spent all weekend playing around with it. Now that's not the only thing I did, but I spent a good part of Saturday, probably a good 8 hours, figuring out StreamYard. If you can see, I put my library background. That's a picture of my library. And then I have me in the center here. And I created this whole studio so I don't have to recreate it. And I'm really excited because I'm hoping that this will be an opportunity for me to document my daily thoughts in a way that looks like a show so that I don't have to go back and do a lot of editing. So we're going to give it a shot. So yeah, day 163. And yes, I fed my crows. Isn't he handsome? I'm pretty sure that's Bert because Bert is the dominant crow. So let's get to talking about subscriber counts because I think that's what my title is going to suggest. I'm not quite sure yet, but I have been getting a lot of questions and even suggestions on my recent channel growth surge. So what I was thinking about this morning as I was trying to figure out like my thoughts, and the first thought that I had was that everyone's like watching the growth and they want to know what I did. And unfortunately, I don't have an awesome answer for you guys. I have had suggestions that it's because my, videos with the cats and the crows, I did a few shorts. Everyone's wondering what I did, and not everyone, but some of you. And I'm going to show you my numbers so that, you can see with me that I literally have no idea, guys. Because here's the thing. If I could tell you that it was a certain video or a certain title or a certain kind of video, then you better believe I would be trying it again. So I did a few days ago post a short. I just want to make sure I'm going to pull up the right short first. I believe it was this one. And nope, it wasn't. I think it was this one. So I did this short and it did pretty good. It said 448 more than usual for subscribers, or views rather, and it gave me 4 subscribers. So hey, 4 subscribers to me when I'm sitting at 224, that's a ton of subscribers. So I thought it was successful. So then I tried another short and I did this one and I got 166 views less than usual and no subscribers. And these are as of this morning, guys, when I sat down to do this video. And then I made my next video and that got me like 14 subscribers. So by far, this video got me the most subscribers. It was a short and it said 1.1K more than usual. So I guess it did really well. And then the short I made over the weekend, nope, not that one, sorry. This one got me 6 subscribers. So when you total up my 4 shorts, those 4 shorts gave me 24 subscribers. But in the same amount of days, I gained 84 subscribers. So that means I have 60 subscribers that are literally unaccounted for. And I don't know where they came from. We've speculated comments, we've speculated, I don't know. Like, I think really speculation was maybe the comments, but I don't, or comments, or what am I trying to say? Community. But when I dug through my analytics with Kyle and Bruce and I showed them my back end and we were opening up like literally every video I had, there isn't a clear cut explanation. So I hate to be that harbinger of the same news over and over, but the reality is there isn't a rhyme or reason. There really isn't like this magic button or this magic thing that you can do to make it all start to make sense and move. The thing that I wish somebody told me sooner, or the thing that I wish I learned sooner on my journey, is this: if everything is a priority, then nothing is. Because I would tell you that this one thought is really what has changed things for me. And I'm going to play you a video clip to show you what I mean about this. And it's from June 25th. I had just gone to a wedding and then came back from the weekend from the wedding, and I really didn't feel like making videos anymore. And finally, this happened. Good morning. What day is today? I don't even know. I'll figure it out later. But I have not been posting. I'm almost going on 2 weeks now. I've been doing a little soul searching and learning a few things. And today I had this epiphany about priorities. And I listened to someone who said that basically you need to just do your top 3 priorities every day to impact your life, to cause meaningful change. So I gave that a lot of thought, and I know what my top 3 priorities are. And guess what isn't a priority? My dishes. So I want to show you my kitchen, and this is literally after me doing 2 hours of dishes in the kitchen. Now remember, I have 7 grown adults living here, and it seems like the dishes are nobody's priority. That's for me. So again, I spent 2 hours doing dishes, and this is still what my kitchen looks like. Now, you may be asking, well, what does this have to do with Renee's journey to 100,000 subscribers? And I am going to tell you it has everything to do with my journey. It has literally been a light bulb that went off, and I feel like now there's no stopping me. I need to delegate or not worry about or not do anything that's not in my top 3 priorities. So you're probably wondering, well, what are those top 3 priorities? Well, one is to get in shape, to get healthy. I have a vision of the life I want to be living, and in order to keep living that life, I need to be able to move and climb and hike and bike and kayak. So I need to get healthy, and I need to get very, very serious about that. And the second thing that's a priority to me is my YouTube channel and my community. Getting to 100,000 subscribers is a priority, and how I do it and the community is part of that. I want to stay true to who I am. I want to enjoy the process, and I want to document the process, because I don't think when new creators start out, they're getting a true picture of what it's really like. And then my third priority is living life, not working too much. And there's a little bit of a conflict there, because in order to get to my 100,000 subscribers, I have to work. But I tend to be a workaholic, and I will work a lot. And so I'm going to need to be careful there and kind of plan out my day and say, okay, I am giving work this much time every day. So that's going to be my next step. And I am super excited. I think I am really just getting started. So you can see that was just about 2 weeks ago where I had this epiphany on my priorities and how I really needed to take a look at things that were going to help me accomplish my top priorities. And I had to be honest with myself, and I had to be willing to let go of things that aren't my priorities, because I literally was sitting there for a day or so thinking to myself, well, what do I do when getting the lawn mowed and getting the dishes done and getting the laundry done and sweeping the hallway and cleaning the bathroom, and all these things are my priority? And I realized that's the workaholic burnout Renee like taking over. And so I took a deep breath, and I literally told everyone in my house, like, okay, change of plans. I'm not doing everything all the time anymore, because well, in that video, I said 3 things, but I have 4 things that are my top priorities. And I needed to concentrate on that. I needed most of my effort and most of my energy going to my top 4 priorities. So that's really what changed over 2 weeks. And I've been executing that flawlessly. I get up, I work out, I make sure I reach out to creators that are reaching out to me and saying hello and looking at what they've got going on and helping their algorithm as best I can. And then I focus on one thing for the day that I've got to get done for me and my channel, big or small. And then I feed my crows because, man, do they rely and expect me to be there. And it's like so much fun to see that relationship developing. And for me, my crows, getting to the point where maybe they'll land and either on my hand or leave me something is kind of akin to my 100,000 subscriber goal. So I know I'm crazy. I know I'm weird, but I'm totally just showing you my processes for how I get things done and where it takes me. So I spent all weekend, not all weekend, Saturday, learning this new StreamYard thing. And again, I've been having a lot of fun with it. But I was super excited and had wanted to make a video that day. But then I saw that my buddy Peter, he was sitting at 199 subscribers, and he had the goal to get to 200 the last time we were in a live together. I don't know if it was a live. Yeah, I think it was a live. I think it was my live. And I really wanted Peter to get there. And so I was thinking, was there anything I could do to help Peter? And truthfully, I didn't even have to do anything. I merely had the thought of maybe I'll make him a video, or I'll send some crows that way, or whatever. When Tiffany showed up in my comments on a video, and I thought, oh, I wonder if Tiffany knows Peter. And I introduced the two, and Tiffany was able to become Peter's 200th subscriber. And I would tell you guys to check out Tiffany, check out Peter, check out other small creators that are out there trying to grow their channels and see how you can help them. The other thing that happened, I don't know exactly when it happened, but I saw the thread come through in my feed, was that Trista hit 400 subscribers. And I was seriously just so excited for Trista and her milestone of hitting 400 subscribers. And if you don't know Trista, check her out. What I find most fascinating and most exciting about YouTube is all the other creators that are out there. And I learn from every single person that I interact with. Everyone has different styles, everyone has different goals. And I think it's just fascinating and awesome, just truly awesome. So my parting thoughts for this day are, don't be afraid to keep trying new things. Don't be afraid to have goals and to state your goals and to prioritize your day around getting those goals. I would say you need to have balance in your life, and I'm really working at that. And I'm admittedly not the best with the work-life balance, but I'm really giving it an effort. And as to how I got my 84 subs, well, I showed you, I know where 24 of them came from. I don't know where the other 60 came from, but at the end of the day, it's not going to change like my focus. So I am just going to continue to focus the way I have been focusing. And you are welcome to join me and ask me any questions that you have. I am more than happy to give full transparency and share my journey. And just a final shout out to Sally D. I've been watching her lives in the morning, and I just think she's so awesome. And I love her kindergarten teacher energy. So I would recommend you stop into her lives and make a few friends. But the thing that I learned from Sally D is we really have to think about being in control of our own, I don't know if I want to say lives, but to stay in control. And there'll be more to follow on that, but you are the author of your destiny. You see my little quill with my logo, Imperfect on Purpose. It's because we are all writing our own stories. I think Sally D read a quote about that, and it's so true. I already knew that and know that, and it's worth repeating. You are the author of your own story, and nobody gets to decide who's the villain or who's the hero or what the wins are, what the fails are, but you. Only you get to decide that. So today's day 163 of me not quitting. And until tomorrow, follow the story and find your people. Bye.